What is up, YouTube? It's your boy The Walk 71, replaced day with a 4, and I'm here with my review for potentially the greatest NXT TakeOver show in history. And I say that a lot, but this might be the greatest NXT TakeOver in history. That main event alone showed me, reminded me, renewed my faith in pro wrestling. Other matches made me thought about that, but this match, honestly, is the reason I watch wrestling. When people say you're 17, why do you still watch wrestling? This match is why I still watch it, because the amazing storytelling, everything that went into this match, to be able to see everything that happened. I was there when Tommaso Ciampa turned on Johnny Gargano at TakeOver Chicago. I was watching NXT when they were teaming together, all this stuff. They came through the rings together and all this kind of stuff, and it had this grudge match that was amazing. WrestleMania might be screwed. I don't think, at first I thought, WrestleMania has, Shinsuke and AJ. I don't think they're going to top any match on this card. I don't think they're going to top the main event. That match was amazing, but let's get right into it so we can get into the main event, because I have a lot of good things to say about this match. So we opened up with the NXT. It was a ladder match for the brand new NXT North American Championship. I like the title design of this championship. It's very clean. It looks like a real championship. It doesn't have a giant W on it just to let you know where you're watching the wrestling or whatever. It's not one of those titles. The title is clean, has a red strap, has a circle plate, but it has like the North American continent gimmick on it, which is Mexico, Canada, and then the United States. And it's really a nice looking title. I really like it. So we had the ladder match. The winner was Adam Cole, baby. He ended up winning it, and it was obvious that he was going to win. I personally had Velveteen Dream winning because I felt like Velveteen Dream needs the title more than Adam Cole, because Adam Cole has the undisputed era thing, which we're going to talk about later because something crazy happened there too. This is why this is the best takeover. But Cole won the title, but man, that match was lit. We opened up with a lit ladder match. Now, I was trying to get notes on it because I'm trying to be all professional with my pay-per-view review notes, but I couldn't keep my eyes off the screen when it came to the ladder match. So we started off with chaos as normal. Ladder matches start, people going at it, going crazy. Ricochet hit a shooting star press to the outside on everybody. Then Dream and Ricochet went at it for a bit. Then chaos began again. Lars Sullivan went crazy and hit everybody. He slammed Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. Lars tried to climb the ladder, and then Ricochet went for a sunset flip. Everybody assists on executing the move. And the last thing I wrote down before I just strictly looked at the screen was that Killian Dane took out Adam Cole with blank. No, Killian Dane took out Adam Cole with a headbutt and then just took everybody else out. Now, I'm going to talk about the amazing things about this match. I'm going to talk about what I think could happen post this for the NXT North American Championship, because I have a lot of things I thought about after this match. But this match was lit. We had my probably my favorite NXT superstar now. Like, not favorite, I won't say favorite, but he's up there. Very fast rising star. And the reason I say he's one of my favorites is because I followed him since Tough Enough, which was the boy Velveteen Dream. He was Patrick Clark on Tough Enough. He was the one guy, like I said before, who was actually passionate about wrestling. So anything he did from that point on, and he was black, I was like, I have to see what this guy's doing. Then when he got signed, I got to see what he's doing now. And now he's over. He got the clean trunks. He had everybody on his trunks that was in the match, but they were all voodoo dolls, because that's a big thing in New Orleans culture. They're into voodoo culture and all that kind of stuff, so that was kind of clean. He had the New Orleans colors and stuff, the green, yellow, and purple. And he went crazy. No, this is not in chronological order, but he went crazy, hitting people with elbow drops. He even went to the top of the ladder, and I called this before the match. He hit an elbow drop off the top of the ladder, the Purple Rainmaker onto Lars Sullivan, and I popped hard. There was another spot for Adam Cole where he just went super kick crazy and gave everybody a super kick, and Mauro Ranallo even said, "Oh, it looks like it's a super kick party." That was amazing. Ricochet did his thing. EC3, he did a lot, but at the same time he didn't. I felt like he was the one outlier in this match. Like, he did some things, like he had his moment of shine where he hit a TKO off of a ladder. He had a few moves, but I felt like he took a lot more punishment more than anything else. We had the dick measuring contest between Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane, where they both just threw around Ricochet like he was the like a rag doll across the ring just to see who could do it better. Like these two are gonna feud in the near future. Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane are gonna feud because they were beating everybody else up and then they were beating each other up. The majority of the match, there was a part. The best one, what I think, other than the purple rainmaker off the ladder, which was the best part of the ladder match, was that Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan once again had a dick measuring contest. Killian Dane not Killian Dane. Lars Sullivan puts Velveteen Dream on the ladder, takes EC3, because EC3 was already in the ring. He had hit Lars Sullivan. Sullivan grabbed him, hit the freak accident off of, because before they did it, he hit the freak accident off of the apron through the ladder, because before the match, there were 2 ladders set up from the ring to the announce table, so you already know what's going to happen. They go through it. Then Ricochet gets put on a ladder by Killian Dane. Killian Dane picks up Adam Cole and hits his, I don't even know, I think it was a Michinoku driver through the ladder. Adam Cole sold death. Then Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan went at it for a bit, and they climbed up. They even had them climb up the ladder. And then, who was it? I believe it was Ricochet who grabbed another ladder. Oh, I forgot there was one other clean moment. This is when I was screaming for Velveteen Dream to win. He actually hit the cartwheel Death Valley driver on the ladder that was like hanging in between another ladder. It's kind of hard to explain or visualize, but you could possibly visualize. You know, when they set the ladder bridge on the ladder and it's like with the turnbuckle, he did that on there. He actually busted up in his eye. It was a lot of blood shed in this match. Like Lars Sullivan was bleeding too. So we get to the later part of the match. They set up 3 ladders in the ring, all men fighting on the ladders and stuff. Everybody takes each other out. Adam Cole takes out EC3 first. Then Velveteen Dream was kept grabbing the title or whatever. He kept grabbing it. He was the only smart one that was actually trying to get the title. Everybody else just fighting each other. Ricochet hit a neck breaker. Bye-bye, my boy Velveteen Dream. Right? And then I believe Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane took each other out. And then Ricochet climbed the ladder. No. Let me think about it. Was it... Hold on. Give me 1 second. I gotta make sure I say this right before I mess up. Let's see. Let me see. I want to make sure I get this right. I'm sorry, folks. Let me just click on this main page. Neck breaker. Yeah, so Lars had chokeslammed Dane to the mat from the middle of the ladder. Then Lars climbed up. Ricochet had springboard. He took out Lars Sullivan. I forgot. He came out of nowhere too because he was nowhere near the screen. He just came out of nowhere, knocked him off. Adam Cole knocked off Ricochet, went up and grabbed the North American title. And I'm not even gonna stunt. I screamed, dog, because I was like, what? Because I wanted Velveteen Dream to win, but I'm actually okay with Adam Cole winning. You know, Adam Cole is somebody I wanted WWE, but I just wanted Velveteen Dream to win more. But Adam Cole's cool. He's the one that took the less punishment, so that was kind of the obvious that he was going to win. And I guess he had to do that because he's going to be in a tag team match, which we'll get to later because the ending of that match was epic. So the next match we ended up getting was the NXT Women's Championship, as we had Shayna Baszler take on the Women's Champion Ember Moon. Ember Moon had a very epic entrance as she had the person that sings her theme song. It was a live performance, possibly to get a good look. I'm not even gonna lie, Ember Moon lost, and I knew she was gonna lose because she came out first, but it was just it looked like she was gonna lose. So they had continued the story from the last match where Shayna Baszler basically messed up Ember Moon's arm, and then she kept going at it, and the only reason Ember Moon won was because she had a roll up, she survived or whatever. So this match was different. It started. The sad part about the match is the fans were already dead from the ladder match, so they would inconsistently cheer for the match and then just be bored. But the match wasn't that bad. It was actually decent. I felt like it could have been longer, but they just had to get it out of there. And it's better they do that so that the fans are more energized for the later matches. You got to make sacrifices. So the match started. Ember Moon had missed a running drop kick, and got dropped by Shayna Baszler. She punched her, and Ember Moon died. So Ember Moon and Shayna for a lot of the match was just going back and forth, kick to the bag, drop kicks, all kind of crazy stuff like that. So then Ember Moon does the arm spot to Shayna Baszler after she tries to do it to Ember Moon, and Ember Moon does it. So then after that, Shayna Baszler was on some warrior gladiator-ish, and she slammed her arm into the turnbuckle. She kept slamming it so she could pop it back into place, and then she got a clips to the outside for her troubles. So then Moon gets in the ring, and then she sets up for the eclipse, but this time Shayna Baszler catches her in midair with the sleeper hold, and she does it. Ember Moon tries to escape, and then she passes out, and we have a new NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, the Ace of Spades, I believe. And after that, she went to go celebrate with Ronda Rousey and the other chick. The other chick from the MMA Four Horsewomen. She celebrated because Ronda Rousey has a match tomorrow at Mania. Anyways, so the next match we ended up getting was the Tag Team Championship. It was the Tag Team Championship match. It was the Dusty Cup Finals and the NXT Tag Team Championship. We had Authors of Pain take on the new team of Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne versus the Undisputed Era. And basically, the whole thing was that they had the Dusty Classic on TV, on NXT TV, and the finals were supposed to happen this week, Wednesday. But Undisputed Era interfered, so William Regal decided to put Adam Cole in another match because Bobby Fish messed his leg up and whatnot. So he was gone out of it. So Adam Cole had to compete in two matches, had to pull a double duty. And he decided to make the match for the Dusty Classic and for the NXT Tag Team Championship. So this match was cool in itself. It started off like with AOP destroying everybody and whatnot. Let me talk about my man's Kyle O'Reilly. My boy Kyle O'Reilly came in with both championships on. And then Adam Cole was carrying the new North American Championship. It was so lit, bro. So lit. So AOP takes everybody out, and the match, they put Adam Cole through the table, and Adam Cole was dead for the rest of the match. Completely dead. That man died. So Kyle O'Reilly, he took out Akam with a kick, and then he goes at it with Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. Strong backbreakers Kyle O'Reilly and knees Akam and goes nuts. AOP takes control once again and beats up and takes control of Roderick Strong, which I feel like they should be, more not trying to beat up Roderick Strong because they were teaming with each other at TakeOver War Games. They were part of a team. They even dressed the same. They even had Roderick Strong in Authors of Pain attire, so they was beating them up. Then Kyle O'Reilly had took a German suplex from one of the AOP Authors of Pain, and then he had like one of those fire get up parts, and then he just fell out the ring. He's dead. I laughed at that. After that, Pete Dunne goes in for the hot tag, and he and Kyle O'Reilly go at it for a bit. It was kind of fun to watch. AOP had hit the Super Collider on Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly took a lot of damage in this match, and they hit the last chapter on Kyle O'Reilly again, and Roderick Strong breaks the count. So then after that, Strong hits an angle slam on Razor. Dunne and Strong hit their finisher, which is like Strong passing. So basically, Roderick Strong is doing like his pendulum backbreaker, but he throws him into Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne does the face buster part of the bitter end, and they go for the pinfall. Who broke it up? Kyle O'Reilly. Let me make sure I do this right. They go for the pin. Yeah, I got this. They go for the pin. There's a kick out or whatever. Let me make sure I said that right. I'm sorry. This is very unprofessional, but I truly don't care. This is not supposed to be professional. Yeah, so they hit their finisher for a near fall, but then Pete Dunne eventually had hit the he went for the bitter end. Yeah, it was a kick out. It wasn't a breakup. One of the Authors of Pain kicked out. So then after, no, it wasn't Authors of Pain. It was Colorado. So then after that, they hit. Pete Dunne had hit his finisher on the bitter end on Kyle O'Reilly, and it was for the one. I thought we was gonna have new tag team champions. Everything, boom, hit your ass with a twist. My boy Roderick Strong kicked Pete Dunne in the head. His tag team partner put Kyle O'Reilly on top of Pete Dunne. 1, 2, 3. The Undisputed Era retained their titles. They won the Dusty Classic. Adam Cole is the North American champion. And Roderick Strong turned heel. No, he had hit the bitter end. Not the bitter end. He had the end of Heartache on the Pete Dunne. Put Kyle O'Reilly on top for the win. Roderick Strong joined the Undisputed Era. He joined Adam Cole. This is booking. I want to say long-term booking, but this is something that they teased a while ago before TakeOver War Games. And he said, no, I'm not going to join you. I'm an individual, da-da-da. and he turned heel. And I feel like this is something Roderick Strong needs. He needs a heel turn more than ever because this babyface thing, it was cool when he was going against Bobby Roode and he was saying this for my family, but there's only so much you could do before you become boring again. So him joining the Undisputed Era, becoming a heel, honestly, is good. I feel like Roderick Strong works better as a heel anyways. Like, I was more interested in him in Ring of Honor when he had his little heel run before he left Ring of Honor. Yeah, but Roderick Strong is with the Undisputed Era. Bobby Fish came out on crutches, and they did the Undisputed Era pose on the stage, holding the championships next to the cup. Undisputed Era is lit right now. So after that, we got another great match. We had the NXT Championship matches. We had Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black. Almas, there's a big thing, last year's WrestleMania TakeOver, which was TakeOver Orlando. Almas made his debut against Andrade Cien Almas. They had a cool match. This match was even better. So I didn't see the entrances and stuff. The entrances were pretty standard, I believe. But I had food, so I was eating. But it made my food more enjoyable because the match was great. It started off very back and forth for a bit. I didn't write notes for it because I was eating, but I was paying attention, so I can give you a valid analyst and other stuff about the match. So it was pretty back and forth for a long time. The match was like very slow, but I'm fine with the match being slow and very methodical. People can get their stuff in and people can sell. That fast-paced stuff is cool, but it has its limits on me. So the match was great. They start off back and forth, like I said. Zelina Vega got involved in the match a lot. She hit her signature Hurricane into the steel steps. She did the Hurricane in the middle of the ring when the referee wasn't looking. She grabbed Aleister Black's leg and stopped him from doing a dive. She also had because out of nowhere, this was legit out of nowhere, Aleister Black hit the Black Mass on Andrade Cien Almas, and she put Almas' foot on the rope, kind of similar to what she did. Almas also put in some work too once he got it. He did the ring post spot he did to Johnny Gargano in their 5-star match at TakeOver Philadelphia. Anyways, their 5-star match at TakeOver Philadelphia, but he did it on the steel. It wasn't as effective because the ring post is much skinnier than the ring post they use now, the big Tron one, so it wasn't as effective. My boy Aleister Black hit a cruiserweight dive off of the top. Like, he hit one of those Sami Zayn joints on Almas, and then when he rolled Almas back into the ring, Almas had hit the El Idolo on there for a near count. I thought the match was over, but I was like, if they're not main eventing with the title, there will be no title change. Boy, was I wrong. So then after that, Zelina Vega got involved again. She climbed the top rope, jumped. Aleister Black moved out the way. Andrade Cien Almas caught her and he was holding her, and then Almas had hit the Black Mass. He dropped Zelina Vega. 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black is the new NXT champion. And honestly, this was a great, excellent match. It was good championship match. Almas had a good reign as champion. His story alone in NXT, where he came in kind of like that cocky boy, but it didn't work. He had the suspenders, the hat. He was kind of a cornball. He turned heel, had these few good matches with Cedric Alexander on NXT, but then he was at a very standstill moment, and he would lose all the big matches. And then Zelina Vega finally got involved. She pulled up on him, made him better. He won the title. He was a good ass champion. Like, he dressed the part. He was aggressive. He was beating people up. He was doing his thing as champion. But now it's time for Aleister Black to become the champion. I think he's going to face Drew McIntyre at TakeOver Chicago, because that's the next TakeOver, which I'm trying to get tickets to. But that's the next NXT TakeOver event, which will be in Chicago. I think he's going to face Drew McIntyre there, and then he could face somebody else. I don't know who he could face at TakeOver Brooklyn, because that's like their WrestleMania. It's TakeOver Brooklyn. But I forgot to mention, I also think that Adam Cole should face Velveteen Dream at TakeOver Chicago. Just saying, that could be a killer match for that title. So then after that, got the match. The greatest match in NXT history, potentially. Probably in WWE history. I don't know about that. But this match was amazing. As we had Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa in an unsanctioned match. This match was incredible. This match was amazing. This match was glorious. This match is going to be, I'm going to put this on record, this match is going to be better than any match Ring of Honor had tonight. This match is going to be better than any match on Mania tonight. Mania is screwed. And I thought Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ could be able to compete with TakeOver. Nah, bro. Not with the storytelling of this match. I was watching a movie when I was watching a dead ass movie watching this match. So let me give you backstory about this match. So Ciampa and Gargano teamed together in the Dusty Rhodes Classic. It was actually, was it the first one? It was either no, it was the first one. Yeah, it was the first one. It wasn't the second one. It was already established by the time of the second one. So the first one, they came in as just two guys brought in. They had indie credit. People loved them. They ended up beating Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey in the first round. They got lucky, basically. They weren't supposed to make it that far to begin with. But they already had fan love because of their indie status and all this kind of stuff. And then they lost to, I believe it was Baron Corbin and Rhino the next round. So then after that, they went on to have like single matches, but they were jobbers. But people still loved Gargano and Ciampa. So eventually they got signed to NXT, got the big tag team push, won the NXT tag team titles in another NXT classic match at TakeOver Toronto against the Revival for the tag team championships. Had their moment. They were champions. They lost to the Authors of Pain at the titles. Then we come to NXT TakeOver Chicago. They have their classic ladder match that I was there for. And then the moment happened. Tommaso Ciampa said, "This isn't our moment. This is my moment." And he threw Johnny Gargano into the stage like the Minitron, kneed him in the face multiple times, and then hit a white noise off of the table through another table. I don't know why the fuck he did that. That was too much. But he basically said, because he tore his ACL at a live event before, but he still did the match or whatever, or he might have did it in a match. He might have made it worse. But he explained his reason and said, if I'm going to be gone, I'm not going to be forgotten. And what I did to Johnny Gargano will ensure that I won't be forgotten. So then after that, he was gone. Johnny Gargano eventually came back. He lost a bunch of matches. Then eventually rose his momentum up, got the big match at TakeOver Philadelphia that got the Dave Meltzer 5 stars. Then after the match, he celebrated. Boom. Ciampa pulled up with the crutches, hit him in the back, laughed, then walked off. Then after that, Gargano had another match with Almas, and he put his career on the line, his NXT career on the line. Lost the match because Ciampa hit him with the crutch again, and Almas hit the El Idolo and won the match. And he was gone. Then after that, he was just tormenting the fans because they all had the Gargano sign. And he was destroying it, yelling at the fans, saying he's never coming back. And then my boy Gargano pulled up in the crowd, beat him up, and then William Regal made the match. The unsanctioned match. And if Johnny Gargano wins the match, he will be reinstated into NXT. And we had this amazing match. First of all, let's talk about my man Tommaso Ciampa. He ain't had no music and had the best theme song of all time. You want to know why? The crowd heat. The heat was sensational. The crowd heat was sensational. When he walked out, there was asshole chants, fuck you Ciampa, boos, all kind of crazy stuff. I did not expect for that to happen at a WWE show, and they allowed it. But then again, it is NXT. NXT is the indie WWE. It's what WWE wants to be, but they can't because they have to be PG. But anyways, we're not going to go into that rant. So then that happens. Johnny Gargano gets the loud pop when his music drops. The match starts with a very intense stare down. Gargano attacks Ciampa and is going at it with like Ciampa. He was hitting him, stomping him. He hits a suicide dive. Ciampa takes control and they go into the crowd. Ciampa takes control once again. He rips the mat open and exposes the ground and tries to go for a suplex. But Gargano hits a super kick and he throws Ciampa into the announcers. He took out Percy Watson. I thought that was kind of funny. Then Ciampa suplexes Gargano off of the announce table. Then he slams him through the announce table cover. Gargano gets kicked in the back. Tommaso Ciampa was taking control for a long time. He was stomping Gargano in the head, trying to give him CT worse than Andrade Cien Almas. This match was brutal. This was a grudge match. The only thing this match needed was blood, but honestly, the blood didn't make it. Wasn't a factor making this match great. The match didn't need blood, but it would have been a whole lot. It would have been crazy if they had blood, but they were really trying to kill each other. They hated each other. So He proceeds to take somebody's crutches. There was like a fan in the crowd with a Johnny Gargano t-shirt. He took his crutches, and then the security guard took his ass back. He took his crutches though. Like, my man's gotta walk home. He gonna have to crawl home now. He ain't got no crutches, dog. So he takes the crutches. There was a bunch of times where he was trying to hit Gargano with the crutches, and Gargano just moved out the way, and then eventually kicked Ciampa dead in the head. It was brutal. So then Ciampa takes control again. He tries to go for Gargano tries to go for like a springboard DDT onto the exposed like concrete floor. Then Ciampa catches Gargano and has him in a position for the white noise or whatever. I forgot what people call it actually. So then he tries to go for that, but then Ciampa gets hit with the powerbomb onto the exposed mat, and I was like, So then after that, Gargano begins to get momentum and beats up Ciampa with the crutches and hits a springboard DDT. After that, Gargano exposes the middle turnbuckle and tries to go for a lawn dart, but Ciampa breaks it and goes for the spear. Oh, no, Ciampa breaks it, but then Johnny Gargano went for the spear, but Ciampa catches him dead midair with that knee, with the knee brace. Then hits a running knee to the back of the head on his Shinsuke Nakamura-ish. So then after that, that was for a near fall. Then Gargano slaps around Ciampa, and then there was a big clothesline from Ciampa and a powerbomb long blower. He went for it, but Gargano reversed into the Gargano escape. Then Ciampa was able to, what did he do? He was able to rake the eyes of Johnny Gargano to escape it, and then he had hit this power bomb. It was like I don't even know how you would describe it. It was like I don't know what he did, but they had a punch fest, slapping the crap out of each other. Gargano uses with the crutch, and he had Ciampa hits Gargano with the crutch very hard. Then he hits like this. He hits the powerbomb lung blower for a near fall. Gargano has a slap fest, and then there was a lawn dart throw into the middle turnbuckle, and he went for like 2 super kicks. He even like looked at him dead, and he kicked out of it, and I jumped out of my seat. I was like, this match lit, dog. So then Ciampa hits a powerbomb lung blower off of the top rope for a near fall with the knees. So after that, Ciampa takes out the knee brace, and he tries to use it, right? Gets kicked out of his hand, I believe. Gargano destroys the clutch, like he stomps a mud hole into the crutch, destroys it into pieces, picks up the bigger part of it. He was about to attack Ciampa with it, but then he looks at him. Ciampa looks at him with sorrow, like, well, guess it came down to this. He looked at him like he was trying to tell him to stop. So Gargano did stop. He didn't break down, but he went down to the floor, kind of was trying to sit next to Ciampa. Ciampa grabbed his knee brace. He tried to hit Gargano with it. Gargano moved out the way, hit the Gargano escape, then changed it to an STF and choked Tommaso Ciampa with the knee brace, and Tommaso Ciampa tapped out instantly, and Johnny Gargano wins this unsanctioned match. This match was lit. The story of this match was lit. The crutches, the everything in this match, the brutality of it, the story, the backstory of it, the context, the build up. This match deserves 5 stars, if not more. This match was amazing. This is possibly the best takeover of all time. That was amazing. I don't know, man. This is like I said, this is why I watch wrestling. It's matches like this that remind me why I watch the sport of professional wrestling. That match was lit. This takeover was lit. Everything was lit. I feel terrible for WrestleMania because there's no match on WrestleMania that's gonna top any matches on this card. Potentially the women's match and the tag team match. Potentially, the tag team match and the women's match would work fine on the main roster, and they would be great matches there. But the ladder match could potentially be touched. But the main event and the last match before that, the NXT Championship match, hell no, they ain't beating that. AJ Styles and Shinsuke has a chance of doing that, but they're not beating Ciampa and Gargano. Ciampa and Gargano was the best match in NXT history, possibly WWE history. I don't know. There's been a lot of good matches. I don't know, man. But the story in this was amazing. I was literally yelling at my screen, telling Gargano to hit Ciampa with the thing. That's how much I got into it. I haven't been into a match like that in a long time. Where am yelling at the wrestler like he's in my face to do something. Like I was like, hit him with it, hit him with it, hit him with it. That's why my voice is messed up. But anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. I got a special video for you guys tomorrow. I got some Far Cry 5 for you. I recorded 3 episodes, and they're going to come out later on in the week as well. I definitely want to come out with that video right before Mania, the Mania review, so you get 2 videos in one day. Then you'll get the other Far Cry videos and potentially a UFC video down the line. I'm not really a big fan of UFC 3. But anyways, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Follow me on all of my social media links down in the description below. Make sure to support me. Do everything you do to support me. Share my videos. Subscribe. All that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.